In this video, we're going to be walking through GitHub, just a basic introduction to GitHub. No complexities, just the bare minimum, how to identify different areas, the interface, how to actually push your project on GitHub. Nothing too complex. So let's dive in. Before you get to this interface, you have to just go to Google. Just type GitHub. The first link you see, you click on it. It brings you back to this interface we just left. Okay, so you can explore the landing page if you want, see other things you might like, check out the tab, the resources, solutions, platform, open source, enterprise, check the pricing. So I'm always going to show you the pricing so you know exactly what you are working with. If you need to upgrade, you know why you're upgrading. So let's see. So you have the free, the team, and the enterprise. And what's the difference between these two? So there's a community here. You're required reviews, code owners. So for here you have 3,000 CI/CD minutes per month, and here you have 2,000. Here you have 2 gig. You have 500 MB package storage. And for this you have 50,000 CID, 50 gig of package storage. So I think that's a major difference, but you can always start off as free if you want and just sign up. Okay, so to start with, let's can sign up. So you're prompted to either use your Google account, your email. So this is basically how you sign up. Either use this or your Apple account, or use your email and password, add your username, add your region, country and region. Check this button and create an account. So because I already have an account, I'll just sign in. So you get a verification code in your email. You go copy it and go and paste it here. So once you get access to your account, you're gonna have this interface. So the first few things you have to notice: when you come to this site, it says create a new repository. This is one important aspect. The first thing you have to understand. So this is how you actually push your projects on GitHub. Also, coming to this side, you have your profile. You can edit your profile, check your repositories, and your settings. So these are the basic things you can actually understand for now. And the appearance of your GitHub, you can take a look. You can change that. You can change the theme if you want to. Okay, so you still have your profile. You can change your name. So let's just say you can still do it from here. So you click on profile, it brings you back here. Okay, so this is what you have. It's a project. You basically see repositories you've already uploaded here, and your contribution. So I've not really been using my GitHub, so that's why it's can't see. So if you've been active, all these places will be filled up and so on. And what else can I show you? So when you click on repositories, click on profile, it brings you to this. If you click on repositories, so it lists everything you've actually uploaded here. And if you click on settings, it brings you to this part. You can change your name, change your email, add your bio, pronouns, your socials. So this is just for editing your profile, okay? All the way down, you can go through. Then your account. Don't come here, just delete your account. So this is something you can easily just fly through and explore, okay? So now let's go to creating a repository. And that's why I want to teach you the navigation so you don't confuse yourself. There's so much here. There's so much that is available here, okay? So you just go to create repository. Create new repository. And it brings you here. You add the repository name, add the description, so you add a readme. So a readme is basically a longer description. If you want to say it so much more about what the project is, okay, you can click this add readme, which will come up after you create a repository, right? So, and this git ignore is basically you're trying to indicate what files. You're trying to indicate what files GitHub should ignore. Okay, so that's why it says git ignore. So to start with, you can select just one, okay, but after you create a repository, you can add much more templates of what you want it to ignore, okay, but then by default it's always on no git ignore, so you can leave it at that. And when it comes to license, you can add your license on how people can use your code, how they can distribute it. So you can specify the license by selecting any one of these, okay? So just to find out what all these licenses are all about. Okay, so by default, even if you don't specify a license, you are protected by default, all rights reserved, yeah? So people can't modify your code. They are not allowed to modify your code. So that's like by default GitHub license, okay? So let's say you just create a repository. I'm just going to do this very fast. So you add your description and you choose a license, you create. So after creating your repository, you're going to have this. Okay, so you're going to have this. You can easily add your readme now, since you already indicated that you want to add a readme, okay? Then you can add a file, create new file in your repository. So this is where you can upload your code. You can create a new file or upload files. Once you click on upload, you're gonna have this. This is where you drag and drop your files. Okay, so one key thing you have to understand is you do not zip your files when uploading. So when you export your code from any of these AI coders or vibe coders, IDEs, they usually zip your file. So when you upload a zip file here, the GitHub platform will not be able to read your files. So you need to unzip them, then drag the folders together and drop them here. So GitHub will do the rest. GitHub will basically structure the folder the way it's supposed to be and stack them in order. So but when you upload a zip file here, it will not be able to read that zip file. Okay, so two ways to do that is to actually find the folder, drag it and drop it here, or you choose the files like this. You choose the files, locate where it is on your desktop. Maybe it's on your desktop. For example, I created something at a point. Let's see this. No. So let's say this is an app I created. Let's say you pick this. Create a new folder. You drop it in here. You unzip. So now these files you have, Control A, you remove this. So these files are the ones you're going to drag in now. Open. So wait. So when it's done, you just click on commit changes. You can add a description, but then you just click on commit changes. Now these are your files. So, and that's done. So it's easier for you to do a version control, link it to any app you are actually built, to the IDE you are making use of. So if you are using anti-gravity, you are using cursor, or anyone you are using, it's just easy for you to actually pull it down and link them together. And also, alternatively, you can actually push your project from your IDE to GitHub easy from the app itself you are leveraging. So if you're using anti-gravity, when you are done, you built your app to a point, you can actually push it from inside the IDE. Like, you can tell the app to push your app to push your project to GitHub, and to just tell you to create maybe create your account. If not create your account or log in, then to just link it by itself. It does it automatically. You don't need to go through all this process of trying to learn where to go, what to do. To do it automatically. Even Lovable does the same thing. Cursor does the same thing. No stress. It's only to tell you to confirm this or that. You understand? So that's the basic thing you have to know about this. Okay. So yeah, you can upload more files, do a version control, add people to your GitHub repo, and so on and so forth. And with this, we'll round up this video. We'll go in depth into GitHub, every aspect of it, different areas that are interesting, how to actually discover people's repos and use them or contribute to them as well. But for this tutorial, we're just trying to learn how to upload a project or push a project to GitHub. So we'll round up the video here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later.